Hi everyone, this is Ted from LTM Simply. Today we're gonna do a video where I'm getting my walk and at the same time recording my son's school that he goes. All right, here we are starting. That's where he goes in the middle school, and this is the back way, walking back home. Trying to get my steps, one of my routine now that I am a FI. All right, I just wanted to run a couple of things. It's been now going towards the 5th month, and now that you don't have 9 to 5, your thinking changes. So I'm concentrating as far as when it comes to our finances to set it in auto pay. But one area that I have a lot of thinking about it is purchasing a property overseas, and one of the places will be in Tirana. Why Tirana? One thing is that's where I grew up. I have a lot of memories, and also I wanted to spend more time there now that I am a FI. Get my family, my kids there as much, get into missions. And also, while I'm here in the States, I can rent the place out. Airbnbs now for a 1-bedroom, they can go as far as $30, $40, $50 a night. And I did the math. If it's an Airbnb for, let's say, $40, $50 a day, and let's say you rent it for 20 days, that's $800. How about if you rent it for 30 days? That'll be over $1,200. Understand, give and take the fees, having Wi-Fi, maybe electricity, water, which Wi-Fi I heard is somewhere around $20. Electricity probably another $25, $30, and then water another $15. So altogether I would say roughly $50, $60. So you subtract that from the cost, then you can charge for cleaning. You can have someone to clean it, maintain it. That will be somewhere around, I would say, $10 a day. So $10 times, you subtract that from the 50. Yeah, you can easily make $1,000 a month. Or you can just rent it for the whole year, somewhere around $400 a month. So my thinking was, if I can purchase a property somewhere around $50,000, and if I can get a rate of return of 10%, that would be $5,000 a year. If I can get, 15% rate of return, that would be $7,500. So if I rent, if I get an Airbnb $1,000 a month times 12, that's $12,000. So it's actually, roughly doing the math, we're talking somewhere around 20% rate of return. And if you rent it at $400 a month times 12, that's what, $4,800, let's say $5,000 rate of return will be 10%. So pretty much all this math that I'm running in my mind here is, if you rent, you get somewhere around 10%. If you do Airbnb, somewhere around 20%, and a little bit more legwork. Why am I thinking of doing that? Well, the reason why I became FI is I was very intense with my investments. I will always match as much as I could on the Roth and on the 457 and the 401. And I managed to tap out sooner than an average person does here. And now 20% of my portfolio is actually day trading. I do a lot of day trading, and I'm noticing with Bitcoin and crypto, in 3-4 weeks, I can get a correction, either a gain on $50,000 or a loss on $50,000 on my portfolio. So if there's a gain on $50,000, I was thinking, why not just take a chunk, pay the taxes, and then purchase a property there. The negative aspect is, once you purchase a property, your thinking changes. Now you have to concentrate more about, what you should do. Should I go there and check it out? It's been 3 months, a year. So your distraction from day-to-day routine might happen. The good thing is, because you don't think about workload and meeting the data, following the manager's requests or the company's vision, now you can focus more on that area. And I realize, as a man, if you do not have a purpose, if you do not have a focus in something, then you start being bored and tapping out type of thing, a couch potato. For me, it's sit around watching TV for hours after hours and games after games. I feel I'm not being as productive. Now, don't get me wrong, I love watching YouTube videos and TV and games and stuff like that, but I don't like to spend more than an hour or two a day. And that was the only thing that I'm thinking about doing it. Another reason why I think it would be a great idea. What will happen if you don't focus on something productive? Then you end up, as a man, focusing on other things. For example, in my 20s, I focused a lot in cars. Maybe I never had a car. I always wanted to buy the car, put the wheels, add, change the coloring, the wing, upgrade certain thing. Then in the 30s, as I start getting into a job making more money, I was spending more on vacation and entertainment, but in the same time, the car purchases increased. Instead of buying a 7, 8, 9-year-old car, now we're buying a 2, 3-year-old car, and the aftermarket parts was costing a lot more as well. And then looking back, I understand it was a great entertainment. It kept you going. You had to grind 9 to 5 because you had to look forward on something. So now, instead of focusing on cars or this extreme vacation trips, I wanted to concentrate more on a purpose. And purchasing a house is no different. It's still a material possession. It's just a house is returning some income. At the same time, I have a place to crash while I'm there. Also, we can spend more and give more to others while we're there. Especially in Albania, remember growing up, there is areas over there that people are so poor, it's nothing like here. Here you can have a credit card, you can still get food stamps, you can still get help from the government. Over there, a person that works, for example, I remember a regular person that works on the coffee shop, probably, correct me if I'm wrong, probably makes $10, $15 a day. A person that works in the barber shop, or what other jobs? Here, minimum wage in some places now is going up to $15 an hour. I understand the cost of living is more expensive, but if you can focus and not purchase the same, possession as people that make $25-30 an hour, you can manage to save a lot faster. Versus over there, if you're making $10 a day, and to rent a place is going to cost you $400 a month, $10 a day times 30 days, let's say, if you work, that's $300. You're not going to be able to make it. And then, if your spouse or significant other makes another $300, now you are at $600. So $600, you're still $200 to eat, pay the bills. So it makes it more difficult. That's why, as being a foreigner or someone with a larger income, they can live pretty well in other countries, especially Albania is one of them. Another thing that I was running some numbers. Imagine you work in America and you get a job making $60,000 a year. And on that $60,000, you don't buy a car, you just don't spend money on anything. You just work for the whole year and you put the money into saving account, you live with your parents, and you come up, let's say from 60 grand, you save 50,000. Now, if a person makes $10 a day, 300 a month, 300 times 12, that's 3,600. 3,600 times 10, that's 36,000. So technically, if you can save $50,000, you are almost as 36,000 is 10 years, roughly 15-16 years of working. So for 1 year of working in America and saving that 50 grand, you can go and live in Albania for 15 years. Granted, you're not going to live this extraordinary life, but if you can work for 2 years and save 100 grand, now you can have a little bit more splurging. Instead of just cooking at home all the time, you can still go out there. And then on top, you can concentrate more on missions, if that's your calling. Or you can concentrate more on helping others. Especially as an American, they love to have American missionaries helping with kids with English, helping them with different cultural changes stuff. Or if you are a teacher, or if you are some type of education in America, you can definitely help in so many different ministries. That's all I have. All right, so it's been 13 minutes. We are getting closer to my neighborhood here in Orlando. But this is something that I have in my mind lately. And wish me luck. I'm thinking about it. Right now is October 9th, 2021. So hopefully by, I don't want to put a date, Lord willing, by the summertime, or maybe spring, March, April time, that will be something that I will be making the final decision of purchasing this place, or just going there for an Airbnb, and that's it. All right, here I am. I'm getting ready to cross. I have a car coming. All right. Let's see how many steps we got. Wow. I did my full steps, 6,500. Wow, I met the target. I wanted to see how many, what was my time? All right, 3.24 miles. All right, everyone. Later. Have a good one.